Question number 5 will be directed at Mr. Healy.
What is your strategy for making city government business friendly and attracting and retaining jobs?
That's a great question, because the most important thing we can be doing here is bringing more jobs into our community. We know that we've got revenue issues, and we need more police, we need more firemen, and the only way we can do that is to bring in more jobs that are going to be able to create more income tax revenue. We've been very aggressive with an approach of economic development where I personally have spent more than 50% of my time firsthand on economic development projects. I can talk about the successes we've had, like Chesapeake Energy bringing 70 jobs here, Medline Industry bringing 85 jobs, again, VXI Global Solution bringing over 1,000 jobs. These happen because we have a strong team in place that helps us go out and create incentives. These partnerships that we use with the Chamber of Commerce, the Stark Development Board, the Howe Department of Development, understanding the politics of what's going out there at the state and federal levels to bring in revenues. We have been able to bring in over $200 million with the state and federal dollars into our community. That's helped us build infrastructure and allow us to be more attractive to communities. There's a number of things that have to be done, from infrastructure to collaboration to being very aggressive and with communicating with those businesses. And we've done those things, and we've got more activity right now in action in the last 2 weeks than we had when I walked in the door 4 years ago from the last 4 years combined. There's a tremendous amount of opportunity happening. We're seeing those companies start to make commitments and land, and we're seeing the jobs come in now. And that's because of all the infrastructure and foundation we've been able to put in place over the last few years. So we are in a position to continue moving forward, and quite frankly, we're on a roll right now. We want to continue it.
Creating jobs goes back to economic development. And economic development is both creating a climate that not only makes companies want to move to Canton, but it also is creating an economic climate that will make companies stay in Canton and expand. And I think without that additional revenue, you end up having to cut expenses. And to cut expenses really translates into cutting services, and we don't need to do that. So what we need to do is have a much, much stronger economic development team, someone who can go out there and get the job done. We need to work closely with the Canton Regional Chamber of Commerce and their synchronous program. We need to work with the Stark Development Board. We need to work with the Port Authority. We need to work with the university. We have 5 universities in or near Canton. We should be tapping into that expertise. The other thing we need to do is, Mayor, I would ask the department head managers and all the employees to be our eyes and ears. They're out there talking to the people. They're out there in the businesses. Find out what their concerns are. Find out what they need. Find out if there's a problem so that we can take care of it early. We have to become more proactive and not remain reactive, because waiting till the 11th hour to try to stop Timpton Company from taking 500 jobs out of the city is not the way to keep jobs. Mr. Miller?
I believe that we should work with these, Stark County development, economic development. We need to work harder with the Chamber of Commerce. I don't believe this administration has worked nearly as hard as previous administrations with the Chamber to bring business. We also need to annex and acquire a larger land bank area so that we can advertise and offer to businesses outside the city, maybe even outside the state, an opportunity to own 80, 90 acres along our highways, I-77, Route 62, and Route 30. If you look at what's happening in Columbus and some of the cities up north of here, everything is developing along the highways and the main corridors there. That's what Canton needs to do. And at this time, nobody's taking the initial steps to go out and try to secure that property. So we'll have something that we can offer business to come to Canton, Ohio. The other thing, again, we need to do is we need to start buying up some of the industrial property sitting around Canton, and we need to offer it to outside business, offer it to a price that they're not going to turn away from, and save them a great deal of money to make an investment here in Canton. Thank you.
Mr. Hart? We as a community need to make some important decisions about what we are going to be known for. And we used to be the great steel town. We used to be able to make all parts for Ford. But now we have an opportunity where if we can look at those businesses which are going to be coming and driving the world economy, we can partner in that. We can look at the other regions here in Ohio and find out what companies are can receive those businesses, whether that's the machine companies, forging companies. You know, we currently have Timken Company, which is making bearings for the wind energy. You know, we have Canton Forge, which is making forgings for the energy industry. So we need to be able to look at regionalization, other areas, and partner with them. We need to look at tax abatement to get people and businesses in here. And again, we need to look at infrastructural improvements and working with the areas